Um, I'm doing the history of oil, and the oil industry began in Titusville, Pennsylvania in 1859 when it was first discovered. And the man responsible for this was Edwin Drake. But a little bit of background on that is that he worked for the Seneca Oil Company, which was formerly called the Pennsylvania Rock Oil Company, that was founded by George Bissell and Jonathan Eveleth. And they created this company after hearing that petroleum that was being collected from Titusville was suitable for lamp fuel, which in this time it was in high demand since kerosene was being replaced for whale oil. The interest for this company was initially low until a report showed that petroleum had significant economic value. So the company was split and Seneca Oil was formed in 1858. Drake was then, or before he was being offered a job by these two men, Drake bought stock in Seneca Oil, and he was hired on a salary of $1,000 a year to investigate all the land that Seneca Oil had owned. And Drake was famous for pioneering new methods of producing oil from the ground. Previous methods were limited. There's only so many ways to get oil, and they weren't economically viable. So he came up with a new way to drive a 32-foot pole down into the ground, and allowed him to drill inside the pipe. And this idea principally is still being used today by oil companies. And he had hired a blacksmith named Billy Smith who began drilling with his son Samuel in 1859. They usually drilled about 3 feet a day. And on August 27th, they had reached 69 feet into the ground, which the next morning they had realized that there was oil rising out of the hole, and they had installed a hand-operated lever pump, which allowed them to collect about 25 barrels of fuel a day. And this is when the Pennsylvania